Hello Aries friends, I'm Annie Botticelli and welcome to my report on Jupiter in Gemini for Aries. Jupiter's in Gemini from May 2024 through June 2025, so everything we're going to talk about in this report is going to have 1 year's worth of influence. So it's a very long time for all of the wonderful Jupiter goodies to come in. Jupiter is the great expander, the bringer of luck, the benevolence, the bringer of growth, the expander of horizons, and wherever it touches, it can bring gold and enhancement and amplification. It's a very powerful transit. It also rules fellow fire sign Sagittarius, and when it's moving through an air sign as it is in Gemini, it's a very positive aspect for Aries, which I'm going to get to in a second. I just want to alert you to the fact that if you have come to this report and have already listened to my Jupiter in Gemini for all signs, then there's only one thing that I have to tell you that is going to be different about this report compared to what you've already watched. And that is because for Aries placements, whenever we talk about the movement of a planet through a sign, it's also moving through that same house for Aries. So Jupiter in Gemini, the sign information is going to be the same as Jupiter in Gemini, the house information. So that general report that's true for everyone is just doubly true for Aries. So if you haven't listened to that report, I'm going to go over all the specifics here. If you have, the one thing you need to know is that Jupiter in Gemini makes a 60-degree angle for Aries, which is the angle of opportunities, which is full of extra awesomeness, but you might have to do a little work to get the goodies so that you can get the most of the potentials, because a 60-degree angle sometimes will dump goodies in your lap, but more often than not, it brings opportunities that you actually have to do something with. So I like to call the ingredients on a counter aspect, because you have the ingredients to make a yummy pie, but you have to do something with it. So be on the lookout all year for opportunities along the lines of Jupiter moving through the third house in the sign of Gemini, which we're going to go into, about how you can make the most of that. Also know that this is a 12-year cycle, so you can think back to 12 years ago to better understand the types of amplifications of the things that we're about to discuss for the third house. Okay, so when we've got Jupiter moving through Gemini or the third house, be ready for prolific expression. It's the first point on our list here. Prolific expression. Jupiter waltzing through this house of communication will bring you every opportunity for writing, editing, speaking, communicating, and anything related to your expression. Even devices. So general communication, devices, your relationships and the communication there. If you've been wanting to upgrade your communication, this transit can assist. Definitely look to the current guidelines that I give in the horoscopes as far as making those large purchases, but in general, a Jupiter transit is longer than any Mercury retrograde transit, so there's going to be time during a Jupiter transit where this can be relevant. Something else that we see with Jupiter in Gemini or the third is communication from the lesser seen realms. So angels, guides, animal spirits, whatever you communicate with, we can definitely see that. Things involving your relatives or brothers and sisters can come up in a big way. You know, transportation, vehicles, mobility, social scene, busyness are all topics we see. So we can take these rules, basically the widening, the broadening, the diversification, the luck, the amplification, the addition, excess, and apply them to these. So changes in how you see your social interactions, changes in how you see interacting with lesser seen realms, you know, an addition to your prolific expression, excess in any of these realms. So we just combine the energies of Jupiter with the energies of Gemini in the third house here. And then we add in the key points. Get that over here, to go big, right? If there's a computer you've been wanting, maybe it's the time to do it. If you want to have big writing dreams, maybe it's the time to do it. If you're not quite ready to make big moves, you can plant seeds for the future. So you see all of these points, expansion of any of these things here. The topic of freedom, maybe as it relates to something with one of your relatives, or freedom as it relates to your transportation. And changing your mind about something can change your life. So the way that we really understand these Jupiter transits is to take the foundations of what we understand about Jupiter and apply them to the section that they're in. And pretty much, it's my big plus sign, right? Anything from this column that you add to this column is going to be a potential that you have in this transit. So when we say that, an expansion, an upgrade can happen to any of these things. Upgrade to your device, upgrade to your vehicle, upgrade to your relationship, upgrade to your social status. But sometimes if somebody, let's say, is drowning in a car payment, then they can get more freedom from going into maybe a less expensive car. So in which case a downgrade would bring more freedom, and a change in the perspective of the need to have that car could affect and bring more freedom. You see, maybe if you were limited by your viewpoint that you had to have a certain vehicle. These are just all examples and certainly not judgments. Everyone's experience is different, but just to help you understand how the combining of these key points bring about the potentials that are showing up here at this time for you. If you resonate with my work and you want more free content from me, make sure to subscribe if you're on a podcast so you don't miss anything. Also, you can search in the podcast history and you'll see a list of everything that I posted recently. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and click the bell. I've heard if you don't click the bell, I won't show up in your notifications. And I post pretty regularly, so you don't want to miss anything. So make sure you click the bell, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. If you want to have one easy place to see all of my podcasts and videos, go to anniehelpsyou.com/astrology. This is my player that I have, the podcast player and the YouTube player right next to each other. And if you are on the player on this page, just click in the top right corner on these three lines and it will reveal the playlist there. And you can scroll and see. Sometimes you have to scroll way far back because there's a lot of stuff I post. And if I do ever post anything on this player page that is a time-stamped situation, then any info about the timestamps will be somewhere right above or below, and there will be other instructions or other things on the page. You can always check out my eclipse playlist on that player as well, depending on where you're at in the eclipse cycle. There can be information for your sign and in general there, so you can just click there on the player as well. If you love to have more dates that are relevant, my sweet and salty date list, my monthly written astrology review given to you 1 month early, my monthly mini astrology lessons, special promos, private promos, blog updates, go to anniehelpsyou.com and put your name and email address in the slots there. And you will be joining my free VIP community. You'll also get my 28-day virtual coaching program for free called Shine, and that is very, very helpful. You'll also receive one of my subliminal recordings called Relax, Unwind, and Let Go. So lots of goodies for my free VIP community. You can see that at anniehelpsyou.com. If you love astrology and you love how I teach, you will love my astrology certification course. So on the anniehelpsyou.com page, you can see this up level link, and this will show you my basics course, and it will show you my very detailed, very comprehensive Become a Professional Astrologer Mastery Certification course, where I can take you from any stage you're at and help you to read charts adeptly and to earn money from your love of the stars. I have been a coach for 20 years. I've been teaching astrology, an astrologer for 20 years, and I've also been an entrepreneur for longer than that time. So all of that shines through in this course. You can take this course even if you want to learn astrology just to help yourself and your friends, but if you want to earn money, I can definitely help you do that. You can put my over 17 million channel views to work, all of my experience and expertise in this course. If you want early content, written horoscopes, how to handle difficult transits, and so much more, you can click on the upgrade button and join my secret star portal. And of course, we talked about how to join the free VIP community there. I hope you have a wonderful time until my next video, and I'll be back with you soon. Bye.